You've been here before. The odds stacked against you. That tight feeling in your stomach. That twitch in your eye. Because although you've never won Wimbledon, played at the MCG, or brought back the Ashes, all the skills you've honed over a sporting lifetime of highs, lows, wins, losses. Will make you a legend on the green. And that green is just up the road.
Hi, good morning here from lovely Lynnwood Bowls Club here in Pretoria. I'm joined by the lovely Renee Butler, who's going to assist us with commentary. We're doing the visually impaired bowlers this morning, and the key match will be Scholtz versus Homer versus Peters and Hull. So it's an exciting match. We'll keep you updated. I'm just going to quickly make sure what the scores are. Yeah, Renee, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
Throwing you into the deep end?
Yes, this is very nerve-wracking.
I'm sure you'll do well.
Thanks.
We'll keep you updated. We're just going to quickly check the score and do a little of admin, so we might be silent for a short bit, but we'll be back in a few. Yeah, and we're back. Current score 2-1 in favor of Herman Scholtz and May Homer. Yeah, and the visually impaired bowlers, quite a feat. I have to say, they're really inspirational players here. Renee, you've been here the whole week, I understand, being part of the tournament. How did you find seeing these bowlers in action?
Well, yes, I've been marking the whole week for the visually impaired at Harlequins. An experience that humbles you completely. Where you think you know something about bowls, these people will truly show you how it's done, and they can't see the bowls, which is amazing. You'll see on the green, slightly, if it was able to zoom in, there's a
We'll be able to.
there's a little string on the center mark, and that assists the visually impaired to find the center mark on their mat. Some of them can see slightly in front of them. We're talking about 2 to 3 meters. So they feel with their fingers where that string is, and on that the director will then direct them in the right direction to play the bowl. And this is just amazing.
Yeah, and most of these directors are giving up their own time to assist these bowlers to be here. So taking away from their own playing of bowls to help the visually impaired. I know one of the big challenges for the visually impaired is finding directors and training them to be directors. I know it's part of the coaching course as well. So yeah, a very important duty and another route for bowlers to follow in the future is maybe looking at being a director for a blind bowler as well. So definitely, I will keep you updated on the score. We're just sorting out who's playing with which color bowls. It looks like Peters and Hull are playing with the bluish ones.
And orange.
And the orange.
Yes. Interesting regarding the directors, Herman Scholtz is part of Pretoria. I think he's at Municipal's Club, and his director is from PE.
Yeah.
So he flies in specially when Herman is playing, wherever Herman is playing, and then he dedicates that time to Herman.
Yeah, and both Herman and May Homer, Protea players, they recently took part in the Australian multinationals, brought back quite a few medals. I think the medal count for our visually impaired are quite good, and they really always performing even at the Commonwealth as well, helping our medal counts in that regard. And Herman also playing with the dark blue. He's currently holding shot. Looks like he's drawn a second one. Yes. If you are joining us live on Facebook or YouTube, remember you can comment, and we'll bring up the comments and give you a shout out as well. Lovely venue here at Lynnwood. My first time visiting Lynnwood. I was hoping this morning I would be at Harlequins as well. I haven't been there as yet. I've now been at 2 of the clubs here in Pretoria. Wingate, of course, and then last week at with the Nationals at
Pretoria High School.
Yeah. I have to say, seeing these colourful balls on the green, it looks like a box of Smarties has been poured out on the green. I think
Here comes Herman.
Yeah, Herman with another one. Oh, he just gets tripped up by the front ball. I know some of these bowlers even pick the colour of their bowls depending on how easily they can see on the other side as well. I know Vickers, who's playing on ring 6, bought a bright pink set, so he can watch them a little bit better from his side. Yeah. Morning, Tara. Hope you're getting ready for the mixed pairs nationals coming up in Sasolburg at the weekend of the 15th, 16th. Yeah, and if you are watching, remember to comment where you are watching from and on which channel you're watching. We'll see if you're on YouTube or Facebook. But yeah, which club you play out as well, and who you'll be supporting in this match.
Jock, something else, if you look into the ditch area, you'll see little white boards. That is distance markers for the visually impaired, especially for the directors. That is used to determine exactly where the jack is lying. And what's interesting, they tell that to the player, and the player plays that length.
Yeah, I wish I had that weight control when I was playing.
Yeah, so do I. I need to go and get better coaching or something, because I can't play like this and I can see.
Looks like Herman is still holding just the one. He's trying to draw a second one. The jack just off the center line. Gets a touch there, and it's going to draw another one in there. Now they're playing 18 ends in these final rounds. And we'll be bringing you another match this afternoon as well. Probably from the physically disabled, or how they refer to as the wheelies and wobblies.
Yes. Yes, and we are currently looking at the blindies.
Yes.
And they call them themselves. During this week, I must say, the spirit with the blind or the visually impaired players is amazing. They joke about their disability in some degree, not nasty jokes, but I did one game and I said, the shadows are playing with me. It's difficult to guess who's lying, so I'd rather say it's a measure. And one of the players came up to the head with his director and said, well, he also has problem seeing with the shadows. So quite funny.
Yeah. Currently the jack on the 28-meter mark, as indicated by the director, with that help of those markers at the back. So he shouted it over to the other side, to his director helping his lead.
Quite a vocal game, where with normal games they're not as vocal, but it's more to give them the distances.
It helps us at commentary as well, that then we at least know at what length the jack is. And they've completed 3 ends now, and the current score 4-1 in favor of Scholtz and Homer. Oh, a bit of cloud cover this morning. How was the weather this week for the tournament?
Well, Tuesday was very cold. It was a nasty day, and Thursday was so hot it felt like middle of summer. So you get a day, every day is different weather in Pretoria.
I got 3 watching from Durban. And Renee, which club do you normally play out of?
I'm a proud member of CBC, CBC Old Boys, home of the Shamrock.
Is that tournament I think is still coming?
No, we've done.
Yeah.
That's done.
Definitely one I still need to go and play. Quite big prizes there. And also the home of Esme Kruger.
Yes, Esma is a coach there as well. She helps us when we struggle. You can just go over to her and she stands next to you and gives a few pointers.
Hi, Mike. Yeah, no, unfortunately we weren't here yesterday. Unfortunately, I still needed to work yesterday, so unfortunately we only drove through after work yesterday. So late night we arrived here in Gauteng, all the way from the Northern Cape, and we're here early morning to bring you a few games.
Jock, if we can just explain, these group of visually impaired bowlers are classified as B3 and 4. The B1 and 2s are still playing singles at Harlequins today, and those are the members that can't see at all. These group, the 3s and 4s, have some ability of seeing. Some of them can only see about 6 meters in front of them. That's why they still use directors.
Another draw there by May Homer. Looks like she's holding that shot. Yeah. I can see the director using the center line to get the aiming point.
Director is not allowed to move further than 5 meters away from the player. Did you know that?
That was something new I learned. Yeah, probably has to do with the classification of the visual impairment as well. If the director was standing past the 6 meters, then the bowler would be able to see past that.
Yeah, most probably, yeah.
So then they won't require a director.
They are classified by a specialized doctor. I think that is situated in Gauteng currently. So they have to be classified before the tournament.
Yeah, we're also live streaming, or we share this to the Blind Sport South Africa page as well. So if you're watching from there, and you're interested in getting involved in lawn bowls, go and visit the club near you, or go visit Bowls One Sport for Life, and we'll put you in contact
nice
with.
shot.
Yeah, very great shot there by Herman. This is a nice thing about lawn bowls. There's a place for everyone to try the sport, no matter your age, your ability or your disability. The sport is for everyone. That's why it's called Bowls One Sport for Life. Herman on the mat. It's all in the weight, yeah? It looks good.
Just short and a bit over the center line.
Yeah. Roy Peters. He's quick on the delivery. He moves that jack backwards to that red ball. Unfortunately, just lacks the weight. Oh, just indicating Herman's last ball was about 10 centimeters short from the head. So he'll just adjust his weight.
Coming in very nicely.
Yes, and he's got onto his own ball.
Ah,
I think
nice.
he's drawn another one, yes.
Director is very happy.
Yeah, he has one ball left. Repeaters.
Interesting, when you look over the green, it looks like a fours game, but it's actually just pairs
Pairs, yeah.
with all the directors as well.
One coming over. See what Herman does here. He's going to stick to his backhand. He'll just try to draw another one here. It's going nice and wide, so he's trying just to draw. I think he's just gone too wide. But great weight control, just running short. Probably there on the new grass on the outside. Hi Mike, watching all the way from Wales on Facebook. Hope you're enjoying the bowls. Yeah. Roy Peters just going wide on that one. I think it might just be the two. They might measure for the third. I think it's between that orange bowl and the red one. Maybe blue as well.
Ah, that was three.
Yeah, they move on to 7. And that's after 4 ends completed. So it looks to be close to the 29 meters again. Just short of the 29 meters.
It's actually nice, those distance meters markers in the ditch for the commentator.
We maybe need to add that to the normal game as well.
Quite difficult when you're standing there marking to be precise.
Yes.
They like you to be precise. And if the jack is moved, you must tell them where's the new position as well.
It must be a different experience marking for them.
Yeah, it was quite.
To the normal,
yes, because you normally don't say anything. You only answer when a question is asked. And some directors actually wanted us to show each bowl how far away from the jack it was. So quite different. Keeps you on your feet.
both bowlers short on this one.
That was a lovely bowl.
Yeah, some support for May from Godfrey. Where are you watching from, Godfrey? A lovely bowl there by May Homer.
Jock, it's interesting that every director has a different style. Some directors just walk forward, turn around, say where to play. Others measure it with their feet. What was quite interesting.
Yeah. I think it's probably what you're comfortable with your partner as well. I think it's a good relationship that needs to be formed between the director and the bowler. A good understanding and trust.
Yes, and even off the green, you should see the way they treat each other, the way they speak to each other. There's lots of gentleness and care.
Richard.
Brackenhurst.
Yeah, from Brackenhurst. Probably supporting Roy Peters and Clifford Hull. But there's still lots of time to come back. Still early days. Only 4 ends completed. No, Renee, no, don't be too worried about the microphone. It's actually quite difficult. People don't understand. No, Godfrey watching all the way from Durban. Difficult to do the live streaming and do the commentary. I've had a few guys there from Northwest. Renee, who does the live streaming for Northwest, he says it feels so stupid to talk to yourself, and you need to basically just get out of your personality a little bit. But it is nerve-wracking, and people don't understand how difficult it is. So I hope that this viewers are forgiving us if we do miss a few things. And I think the bowls are speaking for themselves as well.
Yes, I do believe so. I'm Afrikaans as well, so talking to you in English the whole time is quite difficult for me.
Ja, gelukkig kan ons nou 'n bietjie oorskakel na
Ag,
Afrikaans.
fantasties.
Ek is daarom ook veronderstel om Afrikaans te wees. Maar gelukkig het ek daar in die Noord-Kaap
Oh, there's Hans from CBC Bowling Club. Hi, Hans.
Ja, nee. Ja, ons hou maar op Engels vir die international viewers.
Yes, of course, that's fine.
Maar as kan se nou na 'n Afrikaanse woordjie ingooi. So 'n paar jaar terug het ons of so by die meesters het ons 'n bietjie Zulu ook gehad vir so 'n paar koppe.
Okay, dis interessant. Daai ene sou ek nooit verstaan dit nie, maar ons probeer. Die kop lyk goed, dit lyk al soos 3.
Ja, dalk 'n 4de
Dalk 'n
enetjie.
4de enetjie, ja.
Dit was hang af van daai voorste enetjie daarvoor.
Kom Herman. Hy lyk 'n bietjie kort vir my.
Ja, nee. This is my first time at the Disability Nationals. So this is a new experience for me as well. Last year, live streaming was done by Gerry van Rensburg. They're from Pietermaritzburg. His wife Tara watching the stream as well. You can see the director where they're standing. This is on rink 5. It's swinging over to rink 4 now. We can see Herman's delivery.
The director on rink 2 getting excited.
Oh, that's great. Graham Ward, he's always excitable. Great guy. Would have been nice if he was not playing to get him in the commentary as well. But we might have to bleep up a few words.
Aren't you allowed to use funny words?
No.
Okay. Then I will have to check myself.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been directing Princess for many years now.
Okay. There's quite a few Springboks here, or Proteas.
Proteas, yeah.
Proteas. We took photos of them at Harlequins about 2 days ago in their green and white.
Oh, we shared that picture yesterday. It was on BGN's Facebook group. So quite a lot, and you can see a lot of green and gold caps on the green as well. Currently, looks like Herman's team is still holding at least the 2, but maybe a third one as well.
I do like that orange at the back of the jack to your right.
Yes,
Could be in contention.
it's difficult to see from this angle with that
Yes.
yellow one, but this one's going to be in there.
Helping a friend coming in.
He's promoted his own ball up. Hi, Dorothy. Yes, Vicky van der Merwe playing singles for bronze today. They're playing at Harlequins, if I'm correct.
I think so, yes. If she's part of the visually impaired group, otherwise the physically disabled is
Is
playing
playing,
on
yeah,
this
this
on
yeah.
the A green here at Lynnwood. Oh, we just heard that the B7 and 8 bronze pairs is on the A green. So I don't know if Vicky is part of that group. Then it is here at Lynnwood.
Oh, so the Vicky finished yesterday, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, Johan could see we're waiting for your comment. So drop us a comment on YouTube. We have your brother Anas waiting for your watching here over to see your comments. So don't let us wait too long. So drop the comment there. Say hi.
Oh, they're changing the scoreboard now.
Yeah. Herman's side picking up again.
That was 4 shots.
4 shots, so they move on to 11. Just short of 29 again. Quite consistent on the length. 29 meters seems to be the tactic that Herman's side is going for. On average, when you were marking the games, what length did they favor playing? The shorter ones or the mediums or the longer ones?
No, they all differed. There was one guy, his name is Johannes. He liked playing on the 33. That's the 2 meter mark for the rest of us. But you had to call it the 33 for him.
Yeah.
And then others would like to play between 25 and 27. So mostly on the 26 mark.
I have to say, looking across the green, we can see here one close to the 23 meter mark on one of the on ring 3, and 27 and 29 for our featured one seems to be the length they're favoring on this one. Especially Herman's side seems to be favoring the 29.
Yes.
And it seems to be working. They're both short on this one, but I think they're still holding shot. Yes. Just struggling to get the center, the correct line on this one, but it's difficult. It's always difficult. It's even difficult for our bowlers for me to get the line, and I can see where I'm bowling.
Yeah, the able bowlers, I must say, most of us that was marking this week, all of us said we need to go for coaching because we can't play like them. So, amazing. There she comes in again.
Yeah, she promotes herself up a little bit, and I think now she's holding 2, but she'll want to get closer. Hi, Johan Kotzier. Enjoying the finals, or watching, supporting everybody who's going to be in the finals later on of the the bowlers with disabilities. The visually impaired bowlers only playing round robin. So after the round robin, they determine who's leading the matches on the points.
There we have a little bit of sunlight.
Yeah.
Breaking through that cloud. Cold today.
As only in Pretoria you would call this cold.
Yeah, probably.
I think when we left yesterday it was about 14 degrees, and I think today they're expecting about 10 degrees there in the Northern Cape.
Oh no, that sounds horrid.
Yeah, but in the Northern Cape we only have 2 temperatures. It's either summer or winter, and one day spring and one day autumn. The rest of the time it's either super hot, we play our singles in 45 degree weather, And our fours normally we play in. We start the morning at -2 to 4.
Oh my word! No.
And then we travel 300 kilometers to go and play.
Yeah, because your clubs are so vast out of the way.
Yeah, far away.
No, we're very, very fortunate in Pretoria. We have clubs that's 2 kilometers away from each other and 500 meters away from each other. So, no, we're very fortunate.
I've heard a few rumors people complain when they have to go and play in Mooinooi.
Yeah, it's very far. Mooinooi and Brits is the two places we don't want to go to. It's too far. It's almost an hour's drive. So no, if you say I have to go to Harlequins from Lynnwood, that's about 10 minutes drive on a bad day, then that's fine. But not to Brits and Mooinooi. It's too far. But shame, they always come to us.
Yeah.
So we have to go to them once in a while.
Herman, drawing shot, yeah?
Mm.
Looks like Herman has drawn shot. No, he's not drawn shot. That the red one still looks like it's holding shot.
Depends on this back blue one as well.
The blue one is
Could
also
be
his one, second shot, yeah. So they might be holding two, yeah. They'll be wanting to get off the mark there.
Still many ends to go.
They say a comeback starts with winning the first end.
Yes.
I have a saying I teach my bowlers. I'm a coach as well. In Afrikaans sê ons eet die olifant een hapie op 'n slag.
Dit is waar.
En jy begin met die stert.
Ek sou by die ore begin het.
I'm just trying to get inside that outside blue one and draw in. Good weight on this one, and I think he's just a little bit wide.
Just wide, yes.
Yeah, Richard, great weight control. Yes, these players are amazing. I have to say, I'm quite impressed. I've played against we have a few visually impaired bowlers in the Northern Cape as well. Unfortunately, one of them who was also a very good player passed away a few years ago, just after COVID, the lockdowns. But yeah, I've played. I haven't won against a visually impaired bowler in my career, and I've played about 4 matches against them.
Well, it just shows you how good they are.
No, definitely, and their weight control is what makes them so spectacular bowlers.
Then I must go for classes with one of them. I think I'll tackle Herman. He's close by. Look
Herman
at that.
Drawing, yeah, he's drawing the shot there. That's number
shot.
1. He was under pressure there.
Yeah. But they say one ball can save the game.
Yes. And you just need that one ball to either take the momentum away or keep it going your way.
I do believe one of these teams that were playing at Harlequins picked up an 8 on Thursday.
Oh. So hopefully they're all insured by Perfect Delivery, so they can get a full house. We saw how important that back bowl insurance was at the Ladies Nationals as well. I lovingly refer to them as the perfect delivery insurance at the back.
Yes.
Giving a shout out to CG, one of our main sponsors. See, also a sponsor here at this club as well, Perfect Delivery. Now, lovely to see all the flags for the federations as well. The visually impaired flag and the disability flag as well here at the club. Something I've missed at many of the other tournaments, all the district flags.
Yes. That's just to say we are here and we are participating. The jack is now 2 meters shorter than the norm on 27. That also plays against your opponent's thinking and strategy if you change the distance of the either the mat or the jack.
Yeah. Do the visually impaired bowlers that you saw over the weekend move the mat around a lot, or just...
No, the directors place the mat.
Yeah, no, but do they differ the length of the mat, or they normally keep to...
No, they normally kept to the 2 meter line, and then from there, 1 or 2 would bring it up 1 meter, but not a lot. The one that actually did bring it up quite a bit was Tracy. What's Tracy's surname? She was Tracy she won the Commonwealth a few times. I think it was 8 times in a row. Her husband Tommy, he would bring the mat up to at least 27.
Yeah.
And then she would play a full head.
Because I was looking over the green now and I haven't seen, like you normally see in the abled body game, one close to the 5 meters or 6 meters up from the 2 meter.
No, the ones that I saw was only Tracy bringing the mat up to at least 27. The rest they stay at the 2 meter, 3 meter mark. That's quite interesting. Another great shot coming in.
Yeah, just cutting the center line a little bit. If you're enjoying this broadcast, give us a shout out and a like, and remember to share on your bowls groups as well. By you sharing and liking and commenting, you're helping us promote the sport of bowls, especially among non-bowlers. So put it onto your wall as well. How the Facebook algorithm works is the more shares and likes we get, the more it appears on people who are not part of the group or liking our page, seeing what is happening in bowls. So you can do your part to promote the sport of bowls in your small way. I have to say, a nice thing with Jeff Newcomb being the director, he keeps the head quite open for us on the live stream, having international experience as well. A wonderful bowl there by May Homer. Resting out that shot ball. Classic chop and lie.
Yes, chop and lie. The first time I heard that, I thought they were talking about braaivleis.
Ja nee, as jy daar van die Noord-Kaap kom, het jy gedink hulle praat van 'n choppie.
Ja, lekker choppietjie. But apparently it's something quite different on the green.
Yeah, the first time they told the lady that her weight looks good, and I looked over and I saw, I wouldn't say that to the lady. I thought, what the hell are they doing?
Well, I've got a comment saying that I've got a weight problem on the green and at home. Watching from Australia, Marilyn.
Oh, what's the time over there in Australia, Marilyn? should be in the evening. A great bowl, yes, by Dorothy. That's Clifford Hole on the mat. She needs to draw in his rest out on that ball of Maeve, and she's looks like she's close. Yes, she's drawn shot just behind the jack. A good position.
Jock, I'm going to hand over to Albert Brewer
Oh, no problem.
because I'm very nervous with this thing in my hand, and he's more relaxed than I am. But thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll hopefully have you back this afternoon as well. We're joined by Albert.
Good morning. I'm Albert Brewer, and I'm part of the BGN executive, and I'm part of the organizing committee for this tournament.
Yeah, BGN getting quite a few tournaments this year to host, and doing a great job of it. I have to say, all the tournaments I've been here at BGN has been excellently hosted. So well done to everybody in BGN and your clubs. Without the club support, it's difficult to host tournaments like these.
Yeah, well, I'm not from this club, but yeah, we are very thankful for the club members to get involved and do all the arrangements.
Which club do you play out of?
I'm from Lynnwood Bowling Club.
Ah, still also one of the clubs I still need to go and visit. I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I've been there for 40 years now, so I know it quite well.
How did you get involved into lawn bowls?
I was 37 years old when I started, and I decided I have to do some form of sport. I couldn't afford golf, so my dad was playing bowls, and my brother started playing bowls. So I also started playing bowls.
Yeah, you're also probably one of those guys who wish you learned about the sport a lot earlier.
Well, I was 37 years old, so it is quite early.
No. With these 15 years who are starting the sport of bowls now, imagine if you started at the age of 15.
Yeah, well, we have our school's league every year. So, starting last year. So we're starting to get younger players as well.
Yeah, and Wonderboom, are they one of the clubs that adopted one of the schools? I know Wingate, I think, adopted Waterkloof, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they adopted Waterkloof. And we at Wonderboom, we adopted, I forget, I'm not very good at names. I forget the name of the school.
Yeah, but that's a way to go, to get the youngsters on the green and get a schools league started. It's very important to get the youngsters in, and especially with bowls not being a contact sport as well, so it gives an alternative to the main sports like rugby and cricket and soccer. So I think it's a good way for clubs to get involved in maybe looking at schools leagues. And the nice benefit I think you probably find as well is when you get the kids in there, the parents come and join as well later on.
Yes, it has that fringe benefit. I've been involved with disabled bowls for quite a few years now. I used to be the administrative officer for the international bowls for the disabled.
Oh.
And yes, next year the World Championships are held in South Africa. I believe it will be in Ekurhuleni.
Oh.
But I don't have much information about that.
We'll keep you updated on what's happening there as we get more information. We'll just see who picked up here. I think it was the team of Peters and Hull. It looks like they have the jack. So they've off that dreaded number 1. Let's see how much they picked up there, and they move on to 3. So they picked up 2 there in that last end. Again, just between over the 27 meter mark from our vantage point here. Playing on the backhand. There's Clifford Hall. Just ending up a bit short, but in a good position. Something you can work off. Nice sun coming out now. So overall, the feedback you got back from the lawn bowlers, did they enjoy the tournament?
Yes, we had a few problems which we sorted quite quickly, but the rest went quite smoothly and everybody was happy about everything.
Yeah, and luckily the weather held as well. Just a bit of cold weather here in the beginning of the week.
Yes, we had one cold day, and today is a bit cooler as well. It's a bit overcast.
Yeah, Richard, yes, the World Championships hopefully next year, yeah. Hopefully everybody will come out to support that as well. If you're in the area and you have nothing to do, why don't you come down and watch some brilliant bowls? Dorothy, come and enjoy the great bowls if you're in the area. So hopefully your comment will encourage people from Pretoria to come and watch. Something we need to learn as lawn bowlers is maybe to watch a bit more bowls and not just be playing. But I have to say, I see quite a few supporters around the green as well, so it is picking up, especially there on the A green. A very precise directing here by Clifford Hall's director, measuring it out with a foot. Looks like May Homer is currently holding with that orange ball at the back, yes. Irma on the mat. Looks like she's going to go on to the forehand. Playing with orange balls. She's holding shot. She'll just try to get inside that red one. Yeah, looks to be good. Let's see the weight on this one. Just running through on that one, unfortunately, but in a good position at the back. As we look across the green, see a few good hits developing here. See what Roy Peters does here. He's one down at least. Just running through, maybe putting one at the back just for insurance. See what Herman does here. Herman on the mat. Also playing on the forehand. Follows through, lovely delivery. This will be all in the weight. Just needs to get inside that red one. He doesn't want to promote it up. Unfortunately, just gets a touch on it, but it hasn't moved enough to make a difference on the shot, but it is in the way now. Peters, he has 2 balls in front to promote, and he's done that with his red ball. And I think he's still the one down. Yeah, it's still holding. Let's see, will Herman still play that same hand? He does. Oh, good line. Just the weight. Roy Peters. Oh, almost gets onto that shot ball. Was not far off. If you're watching, remember to comment and like and share. We've been just watching for over an hour now. Promoted that holding shot with that red one. He's not far off. Oh, so close. Just needed to get inside that one. It had to be perfect way to get onto that shot ball. I think they might be holding more than one, yeah. And now the sunshine going away a little bit. Hi Graham, enjoying watching all the way from New Zealand. Thank you, I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Now quite a long discussion happening here. Herman has the option of promoting his own ball up, moving that one away, and then if he has good enough weight, getting onto that shot ball. But he has a danger of promoting any of those two other balls on the side. If he does go narrow, he also has the option of May Homer's ball, the orange one on the side as well. So quite a bit of risk, yeah. We'll see which shot he plays. He's probably going to be on the backhand. Now he has changed to the backhand. I think he'll play with a little bit more weight. I think it's just too wide. But it's not. Oh, that would have been great weight if he was on target. Let's see how. Yeah, it looks like it's 2 down. Yeah, 2 indicated. 2 down to. Hi, Sunny. Watching all the way from Margate, Vongu. Probably a bit more sunny and hot that side. Roy Peters and Clifford Hull picking up the 2 here, so they move on to 5. You're being thrown in the deep end here with the commentary.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
It's a different part of the game doing the commentary as well. People think it's easy to just sit behind the mic.
The thing is, you have to start thinking of what the viewers like to know about all this.
Yeah, no, but luckily with the interaction of Facebook, they can ask us questions as well.
Yeah,
so,
I saw that.
so if they want it, they can ask us a few questions, and we can see between our brain trust if we can answer it. If we don't, we'll get back to you later on as well. Sometimes we get questions we need to get one of the senior umpires in as well. But yeah, the visually impaired bowlers, quite interesting with the directors and the line on the center line to help guide them. It's a difference to the normal game.
The players are actually in various classifications. I don't know whether you know all the classifications.
We did them a bit earlier. I'm not exactly sure of what classes. I know the B1s and are the ones who normally can't see anything.
That's correct. B1 is totally blind normally, and up to B4, which can see in a shorter distance. So it's in those gradings. And then the physical disabled are B5 to B8. And again, B5 is the worst off, and the B8s are quite ambulant still. On the other side, on the other green, we have the finals for the wheelies and the wobblies, they call themselves.
Yeah.
And they are playing the pairs games there. And when they finished, we are going to have the finals for the singles, for the B6, the B7s, and the B8 separately.
Okay, and that's probably the ones we're going to be covering this afternoon on the live stream as well. So looking forward to seeing them in action. And I see, if I look over at the A green, it looks like the mixed pairs classification there, it seems like it's one of the lower class classification with one of the higher class classifications. It looks like it's normally somebody in a wheelchair with somebody who's not in a wheelchair or something like that in the mixed pairs.
I can't remember now exactly, but I think it's all the mixed pairs.
Yeah,
they're
all playing now.
We don't have enough people to separate them in the classifications.
And it looks like the bowlers are just taking a quick break here, so we'll also go on to silent and just get a drink or something and get back to the action.
You've been here before. The odds stacked against you. That tight feeling in your stomach. That twitch in your eye. Because although you've never won Wimbledon, played at the MCG, or brought back the Ashes, all the skills you've honed over a sporting lifetime of highs, lows, wins, losses. Will make you a legend on the green. And that green is just up the road.
Yeah, and we're back. Just had a quick tea break. Wonderful tea and sandwiches. The umpire being called here to make sure it's over the 23-meter mark. So if you are new to lawn bowls, the jack needs to be at least 23 meters from the front line of the jack, or from the mat, to be considered a legal jack. So the umpire will measure now. The director taking the point at the mat side, and the umpire going to the measuring side with the long tape, and she will indicate where the 23 meters is and if it is legal or not. It looks to be close. It's just short of the 23 meters, and now the opposition lead gets the opportunity to determine the length of the playing. The side will still play the first ball, but now the opposition has the advantage of choosing the length that they need to play to. So I think May Homer will probably go again to the 29-meter mark. Let's see, so she's actually gone close to, it's about 26 meters. Let's hear. Jeff normally gives us a good indication of just over the 25-meter mark. So between 25 and 26 meters. So now Clifford Hall will be first on the mat. She's playing for interest sake with Drake Pride Proteas. Both her and Roy Peters are playing with Drake Pride Protea, where Herman and May are playing with Henselite Tiger Pros. So if you are joining us now, remember to like and share with your friends and family on the walls as well. And if you're watching this later on as well, feel free to leave us a few comments as well. We're only up to 15 viewers at the moment, so hopefully that will increase. Hi Corin, watching all the way from Impangeni. I'll just have to make sure about the classifications, but it has to do with the how far they can see. I know the B1s and B2s are normally the fully blinds, and the B3 and B4s have some sight, but we'll just do a quick search and make sure that we have the correct information while we're sharing that with you. Yeah, just to give you an I did a quick search here. So basically, if you are classified B3, you have partial sight, visual acuity of 2 to 60 or 6 to 60. So yeah, in many sports it gets classified as a B3, so that is a classification they use. We'll see if we can get you a bit more on the other classifications as well. Yeah. Hi Tasha, I hope you're enjoying the stream as well. It's good to have you here. Where you're watching from? Give us an indication which club you play out at as well and who you're supporting in this match. Now we're hoping that the viewership does pick up a little bit, that you are sharing this with your friends and family to join us as well. Yeah, Hardy does flying overhead. Well known here in the Pretoria areas and other parts of Gauteng. This is my first time at the Bowls for Disabled Nationals. Quite an experience. And it's a pleasure to be able to bring you these lawn bowls. Herman drawing shot here. Jack level. Or maybe just in front. Roy Peters. Oh, almost getting onto that ball of Herman on that side of the rink. Oh, Herman just going at the back, but a good spot. Might be part of the perfect delivery insurance policy there at the back. Roy looks to be on a good line here. Just needed to wait just a meter in front. These players have started last week already. They had their opening on Saturday. It looks like Peters and Holt just picked up one there, so they move on to 6. I just spoke to them before they got onto the green, and they said no, they need to start getting back in here. They need to win the first few ends. So they've won the first one, so now they need just to keep the momentum. And they're going for a long end here. This looks to be closer to 29, maybe even a little bit over. On the 30-meter mark. Mat is just over, so they're playing to around about 50 meters, 29 meters of the mat up. You can see the director standing in front, showing the line they want. Home on the mat. As you can see, she's looking at the toe of her director. Just going. Just running through on this one with a perfect line. Just behind. Yeah, if you're in the area of Pretoria, why don't you come down and enjoy some wonderful bowls. We have the wheelies and wobblies as well, and the blindies, as they refer to themselves. Playing some wonderful bowls. See what Clifford Hall does here. Just short on that one. As you can see, May just touching the line that goes down the center there, just to help them to center themselves on the mat. little string that runs from this on the center line. A bit short on that one. Yeah, Herman Scholtz and May Homer winning gold last year at the multinational series in Australia in March. But they're down here. Oh, getting a touch there onto the jack and moves it backwards. I think she might be holding two now. Yes. Great ball by May Homer. Yeah, so if you're watching, remember you can comment. It's quite interactive. So if you have any questions to ask, we'll see what we can do to answer them for you. We're up to 20 viewers. Hopefully that will increase during the course of the day. Oh, Roy Peters just cutting the center line there. And 2 meters short. Herman Scholtz on the mat. He's putting his foot on the center line. This looks to be a good line. Will it come in? As you can see, it falls over. It starts to bend as it slows down. For you who are new to lawn bowls, a lawn bowl is not weighted to one side to make it turn. It's actually the shape of the bowl, which actually changes the center of gravity, gravity on the line. So as it slows down, it starts to curve on that bias side. And then the sport of lawn bowls is normally played on a green, which is divided into different parts, which we refer to as rinks. The easiest explanation is one rink is almost like a bowling alley, but you do have the advantage that you can go across into the other one. As long as your bowl ends up in your rink, it is considered live. If the jack is moved outside of the rink, that's called a burned end. It's the final.
That's the final.
Oh, we're joined again by Albert again on commentary. He quickly gives us the score update for the physically disabled on the other side on the rink.
Okay, the one game that's I think this is the game that's play-off for bronze. Chris and Gustav have got 4 shots, and that is on the halfway mark after 9 ends. And Eddie van der Heijden and Dion have got 17 shots. And in the final, Gareth and
Jay.
I can't make out the name. Jay. They got 21 shots, and the opponent Nico and Ace have got 2 shots.
Oh. Now we're back after a lovely tea and sandwiches. Well hosted here by the club, giving us some great sandwiches to enjoy during the tea break. And the sun is coming out a little bit. We had a few hardy-dos coming across as well. May just played a wonderful shot to move the jack backwards. She was 2 down. Then she picked it up. Albert, you said you've been quite involved in the disabilities over the years. You said you were involved in the organization of the what tournament in Taiwan?
In Korea.
In Korea.
That was the Asian Paralympic Games.
Ah. Must have been quite an experience.
That was quite an experience. I happened to be invited to the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony, which is more or less the same type of thing as the Olympics opening and closing ceremonies. Maybe a bit less, but it's still very impressive.
Yeah, no, especially in the Asian countries, they know how to put on a show.
Definitely. And and they know how to treat people from overseas as well. I had a lovely time there.
Yeah, and did they use artificial greens over that side, or?
That was amazing. I had to go and inspect the facilities in June of the year. The tournament was scheduled for October. And they showed me a parking lot, and there was nothing. And I said, it can't work. But I said, we're just showing you the plans. So they had an easel with the plans on it. I was amazed. And then in October, when I arrived there for the actual games, it was all there. After 4 months.
Yeah.
And of artificial green, of course, you can't have a natural green in such a short time. But it was very amazing.
Yeah.
And then one day it rained. And of course, an artificial green has no drainage. So we had to make a plan to get all the water off the green.
Probably quite a few brooms sweeping. Or
They went and bought about 10 or 12 huge brooms, and then they made a straight stripe, I call it, and swept all the water off the green.
So Herman's side picking up 1 day, they move on to, and actually they picked up 4 there, so they're moving on to, it looks like 16-6, the current score. They picked up 4 with that movement of May Homer's bowl to the back. Oh, Gerard enjoying some excellent bowls. You're watching from Uvangu KZN. Which club do you play out of? You are a lawn bowl player, or if you're not, give us an indication of that as well. This long end again, it looks like it's close to the 30 meters again, so it's similar to the one when they won the jack after it was short. So they've opting for the longer ends in the second half of the match. No, I see quite a few cars coming in, so I think we'll have a bit more supporters as well in the afternoon. Probably everybody coming back from their tabs-ins in the morning.
And we hope to get quite a few spectators, but we'll have to see how many we get.
Yeah, no, it's something definitely we need to work on as a bowling community, to come down and enjoy some bowls, especially when you have the quality of bowlers that we have on this green. This is a national tournament, and many of these players have earned or will be hoping to earn their Protea colours as well.
I believe there's an announcement this afternoon of a team that is going to some international tournament. I don't know which one. So that would be interesting to see which players are selected there.
Yeah, no, hopefully that will be part of the prize giving as well. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you that live as well on the live stream. I have to say, it's always nice to be at the national tournament with all the how do you call the protocols that need to be followed, and the flag raising and all that. Something many clubs have left behind, and some districts as well. Having some pride in the sport. I always say it's important that we share our good news in lawn bowls. So if you are a lawn bowler and you are involved in a tournament, take pictures and share it onto your social media so people can see how much fun it is. Our lawn bowlers still remain the best way to advertise our sport.
We do use a system for scorekeeping that is on the web. So if you go to the Bowl South Africa website, there's a direct link to the scorekeeping system. It's a system called Bowls Draw.
Yeah, and I think you're quite involved there.
Yeah, I actually developed it. But that's not the point. The point is after every round, the scores are updated, so it's always up to date.
Yeah, no, I've been on that website quite a lot over the week to make sure we get the scores out to the people. And it was also used at the nationals as well, especially the ladies national. It was quite easy to update the scores from there, and keep everybody updated on what's happening. Quite an easy system to follow what's happening in the games as well. So definitely go on there and see as each round is completed what the score updates are. It looks like Clifford Hull is holding 2 here. Maybe 3. Yeah, that's 3. Well, we're just struggling to get to the jack. Oh, what a ball there by Herman Scholtz, and I think he's got the shot. Yes, he's drawn number 1. Was needed, he was down 3. I have to say, we are being tempted here. There's a lovely smell coming here from over my shoulder. So I'm looking forward to lunch. It smells quite delicious.
Yeah, we got a braai going about 5 meters from where we're sitting.
Yeah, and there's definitely a few onions in there. So it's smelling quite delicious. There's nothing like a the smell of onions frying. I was told by a guy who was doing fundraisings for my bowls club that the first thing you start to do when you sell boerewors rolls is braai some onions to get the people hungry.
A good advertising.
Yeah, there's a few tricks. Me being in real estate, the other trick is that they normally say is you put in flour into the oven when you show a house, and it smells like fresh bread when the people come in.
Never heard of that trick before.
Herman's still holding shot here, but he's the sole ball in that head. He'll need to put another one in there. He's surrounded by the opposition. And this one looks to be on a good road, but it just doesn't have the legs. Roy has decided what he wants. He's going for Herman's ball. If he takes that one out, they have 5. Oh, and he gets the jack, unfortunately. Moves it backwards, but I think he might be, yeah. Herman's still holding. Herman's ball holding shot. Coming up to the head to see what his options are. There's now quite a few balls in front, so he needs to go around them. A bit of action happening over there on rink A.
It's amazing to see how nice and green the greens still are this time of the year.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be close to a full winter rink at this stage, or green. Probably still a month to go.
Well, I don't know much about greens, but 2-3 weeks ago it was still feeling like summer.
Yeah, no, but you're on the other side of the mountain in Pretoria.
That's correct. That's still warmer there than here.
And the greens look like they're running quite true. I haven't seen any balls misbehaving. Oh, and Roy going quite heavy on that one. They haven't updated the score yet. Just waiting for the jack to be delivered. But it was
It was not Herman that delivered it, so.
it's Herman's side who picked up, so they probably picked up the one that
Sorry.
Herman's ball was holding.
Sorry, that pairs.
Yeah, it's difficult with them being from 2 different areas, playing the pairs being in 2 different colors as well. I see May is in the blue shirt while Herman's in the white and green. But normally at these tournaments they pair up from different areas. So I think they picked up at least the one. Going for the longer end as well, again on the 30-meter mark. So it seems like they're definitely trying to play longer on this second part of the match. And a good draw there by May, just behind the jack. Well, they've completed 10 ends now.
I think that their directors are doing an amazing job. They are free of charge, directing the players. They are practicing with them. They are playing with them. So I think it's wonderful to see the directors also doing a good job.
Yeah, no, especially I think many of these directors I know, with the blind bowlers we had there or the visually impaired bowlers we had in the Northern Cape, they were normally combinations of husband and wife on that side, but normally the director had to basically almost give up his time that he would normally be playing bowls to be able to direct. The visually impaired bowlers. So definitely I think the directors do need a big shout out from everyone's side, because they are volunteering to do this and giving up some of their own time for these players to be able to take part in this tournament. And it's now been a whole week that they've been directing. But you can see there's a good relationship between your director and the bowler.
Yeah, they must understand each other perfectly to make a good team.
Yeah, no, and definitely they need, I think the other thing they need is trust in the other one's judgment. Because basically your director is guiding you in which shot you need to play.
Yeah. And then from my side, I'd also like to thank all the markers that were used. We organized a lot of markers at a short notice. And the lady that was speaking to you previously, Renee, she did the organizing of that, and it's thank you all the markers.
Oh no, definitely, and in the same breath, I think we need to give a big thank you to all the hosting clubs as well for allowing their facilities to be used, and the kitchen staff and the green staff and the umpires, all those people who are basically, without them you won't have a tournament like this.
Correct. It takes a lot of organizing to get it all going.
Yeah, and we have to remember in lawn bowls, everything is done voluntarily.
Nobody's getting paid.
Yeah, so it's a lot of to host a tournament like this for a whole week. You need people who are available, working late at night to get everything ready for the next morning. Early morning starts.
Yeah, normally the tournament official at the club tournament official, is the first to arrive and the last to go home. So it's a long day.
Yeah, no, and it's a thankless job sometimes.
Yeah, and especially after having the Ladies Nationals 2 weeks ago and this tournament this week, I think they are going to sleep tomorrow for the whole day.
Yeah. So it looks like May Homie is holding at least 2, possibly 3. Getting quite well on this length. Sorry for that short interruption from my side. Just quickly had to sort out a camera at the back. Hopefully you'll be able to see what's happening in the head at the moment. And we're just waiting for them to update the score to give you an idea, but it looks like Herman is at least holding 2, maybe 3. But with Herman still needing to play a shot. Oh, I'm glad everybody's enjoying the broadcast. So we're up to 15 viewers at the moment. I see they're updating the score at the moment. Our current score 19-6 after 11 ends. And they've completed 12 ends, so they're on the 13th end at the moment.
This ball is keeping us out of quite a few shots. When you want to draw on this hand, you're either drawing through the white here or you're touching that ball. 29 3/4.
Close to 50 meters. Mate, just resetting herself there. Watching the toe of the director. Bowls towards it. He moves his foot out of the way. Let's see if it's in a good line. Doesn't look far off. Ah, just short on that one, but such a great line. And they've definitely started playing a longer end on the second part of the match. Might be a tactical thing. Look at the hole. Looks to be on a good line. Ah, great weight on that. Perfect weight control again. Yeah, and for those who are new to lawn bowls, you can play it in different formats. We have the singles match, where you're playing against one opponent. Then we have the pairs, where it's two from the same gender, men's or women's. And then we have the mixed pairs. And then we have fours. And they all play different lengths of games in different styles. There's set play, there's first to 21, first to 25, just normal ends. We have skins and stuff like that as well. So if you're interested in getting involved in lawn bowls, why don't you visit a club near you and go and enjoy this wonderful sport that's truly the sport for all. As these visually impaired bowlers are excellent examples of. Now, Godfrey, I'm also, as I understand it, it is 18 ends. So they still have 6 ends to go, including this one they're on at the moment. Chief Newcomb's asking May to just play to the 30-meter mark because she's been short on the other ones. This looks to be on a good line. It's all about the weight now. Will she draw close? It's not far off. It's going to be very close. Yes, wonderful draw there under pressure. Really needed to get that in. And the communication between the two directors as well. Really makes this a great team sport. Just running through at the back, but that might be coming into play later on as well. Oh, wonderful balls being played all across the green as I'm watching it. Over on the other side, we have the pairs for the physically disabled. I see we're up to 18 viewers. We'll be doing singles final, I think, probably in the afternoon. From the physically disabled bowlers on ring A. So between lunchtime we'll have to quickly move all the equipment. My holding shot here. But she's the lone ball between those two blue ones. Oh, and he's moved it backwards, but I think probably to Herman's side. So it's one down. There's one to Herman and May. Both Protea players. So they'll move on to 21. No, it's 1 to Peters and Roy. Roy Peters and Clifford Hall. So they have the jack. And they'll probably move on to 7. So I think this current score is 27. Yeah, confirmation. Picked up the 1. Yeah, this is quite a long end here. Got a meter in front of the 2 meter mark, so it's on the 33. As you can see, if you're just tuning in, in the small screen there at the top, you can see where the bowlers are. There is markers indicating length on the side being put down. That helps the directors indicate to their bowlers which length they are playing to. Great weight control there by May Homer. Drawing the shot. Would like to get it a little bit closer. And as you can see, these bowls are quite colourful. I spoke to one of the bowlers in the tea break. He actually tested which bowls are the most visually for him to see in the head. Peters, Clifford Hole, they're just playing through again, going a bit wide. It looks close. It could be a measure between those two, orange and red ball. We're on a good line again. Just drop the weight a little bit. Ends up way in front. About 2 meters. Just out of shot, but on the center line. Hole's marker here, measuring out exactly the line. Eileen's watching from Heberdean Bowls Club. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Drawing shot there. My Clifford Hole on the last one. I see the green speed is indicated as 13. I have to say it's running quite nicely and it looks lovely from this side. Nice and green. Now we're drawing again. Let's see if she can get close. The line looks good again. Just needs a little bit more weight, but it's not far off. It might just sneak in the back door. No, unfortunately not. Still, I think the one down, but they're looking at it. It's in they're interested in that orange ball on the side. It's difficult to see from this angle. The camera can be a bit deceiving with the depth of how far that red ball is in front. I just needed to add another meter, but that one has some nuisance value there. Yeah, Zaz, we're expecting a singles match this afternoon for the physically disabled, so hopefully we'll be able to bring you that finals. That's the plan at this stage. The singles of the visually impaired, I think they're playing currently at the final rounds at Harlequins Bowls Club here in Pretoria. Unfortunately, the visually impaired only play round robin matches, so no finals. So it's whoever has the most points afterwards. Yeah, as you can hear, the directors indicating to their bowlers which length. You can hear it from across the green, the length of the jack. Roy Peters just needs to get inside that one. Oh, just needs a little bit more weight and he'll be on the jack or holding shot. See what Herman Scholtz does here. Going on the forehand. I think he'll be using that bowl of May Homer, just trying to get either inside or onto it. But will he have the weight on this one? I don't think so. Unfortunately, just falling short. Roy Peters on the mat as he goes. Lives on the forehand. Oh, he's played with a bit of weight. He got, unfortunately, just clipping it. Could be in his favor. Yeah, indicating that Roy's shot is work, so that red ball is holding shot. On the 32 meter now. Yeah, Herman will just try to get onto that shot ball. He's changing his hand. Jeff Newcomb going to the other side of the rink. It's all about the weight. He doesn't want to be short. You can't afford to be short when you're shot down. And I'm just cutting the center line. He's definitely trying to get to that shot ball. Just rest it out and he holds two. He has a ball left. Roy Peters will want to use that ball that Herman just put there at the back. Unfortunately, it gets stripped up by the front balls. Jeff just indicating that the ball seems to be ducking at the end, but he wants to get onto that shot one, so he'll have to go a little bit wider. Let's see if it bends. Will it go on the bias? It's not far off. Oh, unfortunately, it just doesn't bend enough. So I think so it's just a one. Yeah, that's 1 to Peters and a Hall. And they'll move on to 8. Current score 820 after 14 ends. Completed. So these mixed pairs will have another round this afternoon. This close to the 27-meter mark, Jack. With Clifford Hall on the mat. Should be playing on a backhand. Yeah, and over on the other side, on ring 5, we have only a one-shot difference between on this ring, yes, with Vickers Ackerman and Dierekant playing Kraus and Usen on ring 5. Only a one-shot difference there. I'll quickly go and check for you that score while I'm at the moment. I'll just quickly run there, so just enjoy the bowls while I'm not here at the moment. Co-commentator just going to get the scores for us. Now we have a visitor on the green, a Kivit. We're seeing if we can get a shot of it, but it is a bit camera shy. Running off the green now. As soon as it saw the camera turning towards it. Here comes a few more Kivits. So the score on the other side, on ring free, it's Chris versus and Gustav. They currently on 7 against Eddie and Dion, which are currently on 15, and they've completed 14 ends of the 18 ends that they need to play. And the other game, we can also give you a score update on that one. We have Gareth and Jay versus Niku and Ace. Currently, Gareth and Jay leading 32-5 after 14 ends.
I wonder who is going to win.
They might just sign a card in a few rounds. And that's for Gareth. I know he's playing for bronze. Back to the action here. We have Peters and Hall holding at least 2 shots. So the goal is Chris van der Merwe, Chris Reineke and Gustav van der Merwe playing against Eddie van Heijden and Dion Pfeiffer, and that's the gold medal match on ring free. So we'll give you update the score there. I think it's still quite close. We'll give you update on that in a moment. It looks like Peterson Hall are holding 4 at the moment. The pressure is on Herman Scholtz. He needs to get in there. He's not far off. Oh, unfortunately, just running through, not getting enough of that front bowls. And asking for one exactly there. You see her stomping her foot exactly where she wants it. They're still holding quite a few. Taking 4 out. Yeah, that's looks like 4. We'll just wait for confirmation. I remember, if you want to watch on YouTube, we're available on YouTube as well, on Bowls One Sport for Live. Especially with the new smart TVs, it's quite easy to go and watch the live games on the big screen. We're currently up to 18 viewers. Now on the 28 meter mark, the jack. If at all, yeah, after a good start on the last end, she'll want to repeat that. Score update 2012. That's after 15 ends completed, so 3 ends to go. Only 8 points difference. Another 4 here will really put the pressure on. Yeah, opportunity to put another one in there, put the pressure on. They need another big end here to stay in the game. That's a good second ball as well. They're holding 2. May just going a bit narrow. Still 2 down for May Warner and Herman Scholtz. This is a good start. This one I think is going to go a bit wide, but it... yeah, 3 down. The pressure's on. This looks to be a good line. Let's see if it comes in. Now it's going to be close. Oh, just need to get inside that red. Really some great work being done by these visually impaired bowlers. See if she can correct. Just needs to go on exactly that line director is indicating. This one looks to be good. That's all in her weight. And she's not far off. I think she's just running through, but it's a great line. At least 3 down. Herman will want to get one close. He's under pressure. It's at least 2 down, possibly 3. See if he can get in there. Playing with the Insulite. Tiger Pros. Peterson will hope to pick up a good score here. If they can pick up another 3 or 4 here, they're in the running for the last 2 ends. Will really put the pressure on. The other matches are finishing up. I can see on ring 2 it looks like a match between Princess, Shoulders team and Elias is finished now. I'm not sure who won that one. I think it looks like it might have been Schroeder and Orel. Well, I'm not exactly sure. Unfortunately, they don't have name markers on the flipboards. But the important matches are these last 2 on drink 4 and 5. Herman, I think he's drawing one. It's just the 1 down now. His second shot. I would favor a good measure between those 2. Crowd picking up. Definitely a few bowlers coming in. and supporters. Looks like this match has been concluded. Points are too few or too much to pick up. Herman drawing the 1, so you needed just the 1. But yeah, so that's the 1 to Herman, so he'll pick up to 21. And we'll be concluding this live stream. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll just finish off with our little ad. And yeah, if you are watching later on as well, feel free to drop us a few comments. And if we have any questions, we'll see what we can do to answer them for you. But yeah, it's me, Jock Sonnepoel, signing off here from Lynnwood Bowls Club. It was lovely to be here at seeing these visually impaired bowlers in action. Quite an experience, I have to say. They've really impressed me with their consistency. I can tell you on the other rink, the points are it's only a 2-point difference on rink 5, and yeah, on the other side we'll give you updates on who won gold on that one when we return. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you again in a few moments.
You've been here before. The odds stacked against you. That tight feeling in your stomach. That twitch in your eye. Because although you've never won Wimbledon, played at the MCG, or brought back the Ashes, all the skills you've honed over a sporting lifetime of highs, lows, wins, losses. Will make you a legend on the green. And that green is just up the road.